Turn off the lights and listen carefully. This story was taken from the journal of a former national park ranger. He disappeared 2 days after writing it. The final page contained only one sentence. If the radio says your name, never answer. It was just after midnight. A violent storm had swallowed the forest. Rain crashed against the windows of the lonely ranger station. Then, the emergency radio came alive. Static filled the room. A frightened voice whispered, "Is anyone there?" The ranger reached for the microphone. Before he could answer, an older ranger grabbed his arm. His face turned pale. He quietly said, "Don't." The young ranger frowned. "Someone needs help." The older ranger slowly shook his head. The frightened voice returned. "Please, I think something is outside my cabin." Then the caller said, "Cabin 17." The older ranger stepped backward. His hands began shaking. He whispered, "Cabin 17 burned down 12 years ago." The young ranger ignored every warning. He drove toward Cabin 17. The deeper he entered the forest, the quieter everything became. No rain, no wind, no insects, only silence. Then, his truck radio switched on by itself. The same frightened voice whispered, "Don't stop driving." Minutes later, he found the burned remains of Cabin 17. There was no one there, only an old radio, still switched on. Then it spoke. "You're late." The battery was dead, yet the voice quietly said his full name. The next morning, search teams found the truck. The engine was still running, but the ranger was gone. His voice calling for help. They hired him because the previous security guard quit without warning. He refused to explain why. Every night, Marcus sat alone inside the hospital security office, watching dozens of CCTV cameras. The building had been abandoned for nearly 15 years. Nothing ever happened until Camera 4. A little girl suddenly appeared at the end of the hallway. She wasn't moving. She wasn't looking around. She was simply standing there. Marcus grabbed his flashlight. He walked to the hallway shown on camera 12. It was completely empty. No footprints. No child. Nothing. He returned to the security room. Camera 4 still showed the girl, exactly where she'd been before. Then, she slowly raised one arm and pointed behind him. Marcus turned around. Nobody was standing there. He looked back at the monitor. The girl was gone. Instead, the camera now showed him, sitting in his chair, exactly where he was. But someone was standing behind him. Marcus spun around again. The room was empty. His breathing became faster. Then every monitor turned black. Only one sentence appeared. White letters, slowly typing. "You finally looked." Police arrived the next morning. Every camera was still recording. The office was empty. Marcus was never seen again.